Hello there, welcome back to the Ogre, the old Git Reviews, Off Times, Reminisces. Yeah, I think that's what I do. Sometimes I wonder nowadays what I'm doing, where I am, who I am. But anyway, today doing Kier, presumably. An album I come across that, well, it sort of grabbed me immediately, and it did so in a rough fashion. It wasn't going to let me go, so it's sort of one of those things that is pretty much a punch in the mouth from the very first listen. So let's have a little listen to see if I get blooded again. Where are you? There you are. Go. Some music gives you an absolute kicking, but music does it in different ways. Some music sort of basically gets the knives out and rips you to shreds. Some music sort of brings about your demise by leaching poisonous substances into you, or infectious substances. Some just plain hammer you, which is the case here, but it's hammering in a way which is quite imperious. It's as if they don't even notice that they're doing it to you. It's a bit like when you're walking and you tread on ants and what have you. You don't notice you're doing it, but the effect is is the same regardless of any intent. So this is a strong sounding album. It is, made from girders, and you know it from the very beginning. I was going to interrupt this half a minute ago, but I couldn't had to let it go. When it's flying, this song and all the songs on this album, when they're flying, it is heavy bombardment, really. Relatively speaking, there are heavier bombardments out there, but I don't think they're as precise. This is sort of almost laser guided in a way. I've completely lost my train of thought. Oh yeah, so my pet peeve is what bands that are capable of giving it some gusto do in their quieter moments. Very often they don't work for me. Now, by and large, if they don't work for me, then I ain't going to review the song or react to the song. And again, when I talk about reactions, for me, they're not. They are almost, unless it's a suggestion, I've almost always heard the track I'm commenting on, because I don't react to anything facially anyway, not to the degree that some do. So it's unusual for me to have a song with slower moments, which I don't like, because otherwise I wouldn't want to be reviewing it. That said, if there were parts of a song blow me away, then I will comment on slower sections that don't do it for me. But here, such is the composition ability of the artists, I'm quite happy with them. They're not the conventional, not the most typical ways of having slower sections in black metal, and they are interesting. And then, of course, emphasis has a lot of worth in these sort of songs, where the contrast between the slower and the faster sections emphasizes those faster sections and makes them more impactful. And I did like the drums here, where instead of just going for an all-out blast, they went all militaristic on your arse. Yes, plenty to distinguish them from bands of a similar ilk, I would say. I can't remember if this ends with a bolt to the finish, but I'll just, while I think about it, mention the lead guitar scroll in there. It'd have been so easy, I suppose, to have one of those more lightning fueled guitar solos in there, rather than this more brooding, almost scratching of a lead guitar. It's not a solo at all, is it really? But it's enough to give the sense of I'm going to defeat my own argument here, so I'm not going to say that. But nonetheless, it has an irritation about it, which isn't particularly doesn't put you off, but it sort of an insistence is the word I'm trying to look for. It's not irritation, but it's an insistence, which sort of somebody poking in the ribs to a degree. So there you go. It didn't finish the way I thought it did. In fact, now I think about it, it's there's another track which goes out almost supernova bright, but this wasn't it. And I don't mind, because even though I prefer an absolute sort of barnstormer at the end, the atmospherics of the song and the imperiousness of it meant that the slow drift out there still made the song compelling. So there you go. You know, again, looking at the album art, there's some muscle there, and this song and the whole album has it, and it's non-steroid base as well. So yeah. Aye, there you go then. Clicky bollocks. Catch you next time. Cheerio.